don't smoke. I never smoked. I smoked because of this video and because fake cigarettes cost like $100 to ship. Fuck off. They say that crime never sleeps in the city. My mom told me to get 8 hours of sleep every day. Sadly, that's just not possible. Murders keep happening in Malaysia. The enforcers, the official police of the government, cannot handle every case anymore. That's why the government allows private investigators to solve some of the murders, to lighten the load of the enforcers. But the enforcers do not like that. They will shoot on sight if they see you trespassing, doing the work they are supposed to be doing. Not that the enforcers do such a good job anyway. They're all corrupt to Jesus. In a world where justice is just another commodity, finding the truth falls on people like me. Join me in the city of Malaysia in one of my first cases.
Waking up in the middle of a thunderstorm. It has been raining for days now. I turn on the bedside light and I walk to the kitchen. I went to turn on the stove to make some food, but then the phone rang. I tried to call the number back, but no response. I saw a note lying on the floor. Find Bree Bowman. Never heard of her, but it did catch my interest. I went to look for an address in the city directory. I found it. Turned out she lived in Jasmine Hotel, a high-end luxury hotel on the 7th floor. Armed with nothing but a name and an address, I ventured out in the pouring rain in a search of Bree Bowman. Oh, hello, neighbor. Don't walk in front of me, you specky cunt. Where the fuck is this hotel? There it is, finally. The rain is killing me. I thought that the best course of action would be to ask the reception some questions. Did you find anything unusual lately? But it seemed they didn't want to help me. I made my way up to the room where Bree lives. Gore kankertrap. Room 703. Finally.
I knocked on the door, but nobody opened.
I looked under the doormat. Maybe there would be a spare key lying around. And sure enough there was. I opened the door and saw someone lying dead on the floor. Presumably Bree. She was already cold and the TV was still on. I decided to look around the woman's apartment for any clues on who this might be.
You'll have to excuse me, Lieutenant. Business to attend to.
A business card. A password. For what? You don't need this anymore. The victim's wallet. It was indeed Bree. The victim's fingerprints. Just to be sure. Another fingerprint? Seems they robbed the safe. I gotta know if there are any recent calls. An address book. Maybe the killer was known by the victim. Good evening, madam.
After scanning the fingerprints from the front door, a security camera saw me entering back in Bree's apartment. They alerted the enforcers and thus tripped the silent alarm.
I needed to figure something out quickly, as the enforcers were busting down the door.
I decided that hiding in a closet would be the best course of action.
After the guard kicked down the door, I slid by unnoticed. Turns out, the silent alarm put the entire floor on lockdown. I had to activate the alarm, hide in the blind spots from the automated turrets, and when the security door opened, run out of the hotel as fast as possible. Go, 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 go! Once I was outside, I headed to the police station. At the station, I picked something up that's called a resolution form.
A resolution form is a form that private investigators are expected to fill in when they are working on a murder case. For example,
What's the killer's name? Where does the killer live? Have you located the murder weapon? Stuff like that. Some are optional, but the more questions you have right, the more social credit score you get. I had two choices. Go to the place where Bree used to work, or head to Farmer Burger, a fast food joint where she was less sighted. Obviously, I chose the Farmer Burger joint. I was starving. I saw a note hanging that told me the password of the number crunchers.
number crunchers are basically the computer of our world, but in-game they are called number crunchers or crunchers for short.
I started a conversation with one of the employees. Told him I was a health inspector. He told me I still needed a gas pass in order to look around. So after giving him some money, I was allowed in the back room. After entering the back rooms and stealing some money, I went to sit down and log it into the number cruncher. I looked through the security feed. Bree was eating dinner with a man, our first suspect. I headed to the seat they were sitting in. Maybe they left something behind. A note talking about an anonymous support group starting in Malaysia. On the note, it said that Bree should go to the support group. Tell that Bojing Louis sent her. Mr. Louis is probably the same person that was sitting in Bree at the time. I gotta find him. After spending 50 minutes in search for a telephone booth, I finally found one with the city directory. I went to search for the name Boying Louis, and sure enough, he was in there, living at 1502 Clark Grove. So I went on my way. Turned out, he lived in the upper echelon of the apartment building, meaning that if I would approach his door, I would technically be trespassing and the alarm could be triggered. I tried to turn off the lights, so the cameras wouldn't see me, but when I tried to make a move, a woman walked up the stairs, turned the light back on, and went back downstairs. I looked at the schematics of the building, looking for any vent I could use to get inside Lou's apartment, but no luck. I just decided to knock on the door while the lights were turned off, not knowing what my plan would be. He was home, but I was afraid he would see me and alert the whole building. I don't want another situation like the one that happened at the hotel. I tried to touch his private place, but another person walked up the stairs to turn the lights on again, and Mr. Louis shut the door. Now that I knew he was home, I had my handcuffs ready to instantly detain a man once he opens the door. I knocked, he opened, and I instantly went for his hands and handcuffed him successfully. I asked what the person's name was, and it was indeed Boying Louis. I asked him if he knew who Bree was. Turns out, it was a colleague of his, former colleague now.
I asked Louis if I could look around his room. Not that he had much of a choice.
I found a business card from the same company Bree used to work at. I searched his body. Nothing. I told him about Bree, and he was in total shock. He told me that Bree mentioned someone called Jay McCarthy. He thinks he was a hire killer, and that he was next. He asked me to help him, gave me some crows that Bree left him, and there was a sync disc in his mailbox. I was convinced he was not the killer, so I decided to let him go. Because I got him permission to look around his apartment, I thought that, just to be sure, I would take another look around in case I missed something. He didn't like that and started to hit me. I tried to leave the apartment, but the door was locked. I had to knock the man unconscious. While I had won the fight, he broke my leg. After picklocking the door open, I made my way back outside. I limped towards the nearby Saint clinic. I lied down to get my augmentations installed, but my leg was still broken. After realizing that this clinic does not sell any splints, I stole some painkillers and used those instead. After numbing myself with painkillers, I saw a vending machine selling medical appliances. I bought a splint and ate it up, healing me instantly. I went back to my favorite phone booth, looking for Jay McCarthy in the city directory. She lived at the 504 Jasmine Hotel, the same hotel where Bree used to live. I made my way there and knocked on the door. Nobody was home. I decided to let myself in. After looking through the office, I found the passcode for the number cruncher and a business card. I logged into the number cruncher and went through her V-mails. She received multiple V-mails with the subject "new targets." This to me confirmed she was the killer. After further inspection of the V-mails, both Bojing Louis and Bree Bowman were targets selected by the board. I had no idea who the board was, but I printed every email and kept them as evidence. I decided to look at the profile of Jay McCarthy, and now I had a photo of him. Jay also had contacts with a weapon supplier, could come in handy with future cases. After looking at her bedside drawer, I saw a note saying "Praise Uncle," talking about how he will lead us to our Eden. I used the same passcode of the computer on the safe. It was the correct one. I stole the money from the safe, but there was also a letter. Jay was already known by the law, with multiple misdemeanors already to his name. I scanned for fingerprints on the telephone, the same fingerprints that were on the crime scene at Bree's place. I knew who the killer was. It was Jay McCarthy. There was no doubt about it. I headed to the police station, gave my filled-in case report, and waited for the results. Not bad for my first case. The case was solved, got some social credit, and went back to my apartment. My apartment, it got repossessed.
There was this woman called Furkan Isa. She's part of the FBOWA. They used to run a flop house for ex-cops. Maybe she could help me with a place to sleep.
I searched her address on the city directory and made my way to her apartment. After going to her apartment, I knocked on the door and explained my situation. She told me that it was my lucky day. She had a place free at Jasmine Hotel, the same place where the victim and killer used to live. It was not much, but it was better than living on the street. I was ready to head to bed and get ready for my next case. So yeah, thank you for watching the video till the end. I put a lot of work into this one. This is way different than I made before on this channel, like way different. And I think I want to head the channel to this direction, make more kind of videos like this. I have a lot of fun making these. They take a lot of work for me because I just keep not doing it. But yesterday I decided to finally finish the video. I rendered it. Now it has still a few problems that I'm not now, as of recording this voiceover, fixing it. But again, want to thank you so much for watching this video. I'll probably make more of these if people like them. I'll probably stop doing the ASMR videos. I'm sorry, but I don't really like making them anymore, and I'll probably make them private as well, the videos that are up right now, because I got a lot of, like, I don't want to bitch, but a lot of harassment. I have people use my pictures on stream to infiltrate trans Discord servers, which is totally insane. The fact that I have, like, the fact that I leave that kind of impression is the funniest shit to me. But I report them to the police. Police does nothing. So yeah, but I don't want to, like, invite being ridiculed, because on the one hand I don't care, on the other hand I'd rather not have my face be used. But it is what it is. It's the internet. Nothing you can really do about it. But expect more videos like this. I want to do more YouTube stuff, more streams, maybe stream highlights. I just want to do more gaming content and have the fanboy stuff be more of a background thing. I don't want it to be a major point of the channel, because that's not really what I want to do. I want to make more gaming. I want to just chat with people in streams and all stuff like that. I also changed my name, if you probably guessed or saw, but I can't wait. I'm excited to make more stuff like this. So please like, subscribe, fucking comment, download, MP4, like I don't care. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.